What else can we do right now? I share the link. Sonia and Patricia, Valeria, and Laura. They're now around in 2 minutes, otherwise we're going to be in. This Valerie is not around either. More. She's trying to be connecting, but she's not showing up. One more minute. What about Laura? Oh,
I am here, teacher. Hi.
okay. Who's talking? Who's talking right now? Laura?
Laura Wolf.
Laura Torres.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody's here. So we got 3 out of 4 students. So let's start right now. So good afternoon, everybody. Remember, my name is Teacher Luis. I'm calling you from Medellin City. All right. So I'm a local in this line. So it's my pleasure to be this afternoon sharing with you this weekly encounter. We're going to be practicing on or talking about some recipes, especially for breakfast. So I hope you like it and you can tell us or tell this encounter about the typical food in your regions. All right. So
Okay.
I would like to start sharing the screen with you, ladies. So let me see if you can see anything of what I'm showing. Let's see. Can you see this screen?
Yes.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Very good. So, right. So our today, let's say encounter is about the breakfast recipes. All right. So the recipe stands for the ingredients we usually need to take into account when preparing our food. All right, especially for breakfast. So I don't know. For example, let me start by saying that here in my region or in Medellin, we usually have for breakfast, I don't know, something that we call an arepa, which is made from corn, some hot cocoa or chocolate is an informal way, but according to the grammarians, the correct word is hot cocoa, whether you like it hot, all right? Some scrambled eggs. This could be also very traditional in this region. And let's see, a slice of cheese. You can also add to your breakfast a slice of cheese. And in towns, here in the Antioquia region, people like to eat something which is called calentado, which is a combination of beans, tomato, onions, garlic, and stuff like that. So this is very traditional for people having breakfast in the morning. So I would like to know what are the typical breakfasts you have, ladies, in your regions. So I don't know who wants to start talking, whether Valerie, Laura, or Sonia, or Patricia. Just let me know who wants to share the experiences about your traditional breakfast.
I could talk. and share the little bit of the experience of my town, of my region. We used to eat pastel de garbanzo,
Great.
pastel de garbanzo, but we used to eat that just on weekends. But most inter or the week, we use traditional breakfast as scrambled eggs and chocolate, hot chocolate, or maybe milk and cereal, or some fruit like bananas.
Okay, very good. Who wants to share the experience?
Well, in
Okay.
my
Do it.
go you first.
Okay. Well, in my case, I'm talking about Florencia Caquetá, and we usually had copied many our recipes from Tolima, Huila, and different parts of the country. We usually eat for breakfast mm, eggs, but usually they are from the rural areas, and plantains. Sometimes they are fried, and panela water is usually here. We drink panela water every day. Especially that for breakfast. Yes, a piece of fruit, for example, papaya or pineapple.
Okay,
Maybe that is.
great. All right, wonderful. So who else is missing? Laura, maybe?
Yes. Well, in breakfast, we in my region, I'm from Villavicencio. We like to eat a lot of envuelto. It's a kind of um I don't know how to say. It's similar to the arepas, but not like that. But is into lips, and we also like to drink agua panela with milk. With we drink it with bread, and for breakfast we have a lot of influence from the food that people consume in Cundinamarca, like changua. We eat a lot of changua here, and we usually take bread. Well, in my house, we take breakfast with fruits like bananas, apples, and we eat them with cereal.
All right, very good. That sounds great. So now I would like to continue with the second part of our encounter. So that's what the first part it was to, in general terms, describe, let's see, our breakfast recipes. So now I would like to continue on our second part, which is watching a video what about the some popular breakfasts around the world. So I want you ladies to take a look at it, and then we're going to discuss it and try to talk over about different parts of the world and their traditions when it comes to food, especially breakfast, and discuss it whether you like it or not. So here we go. I want to copy and paste the following link so that we can be ready and talk it over. So here we go. Sorry about the information, but we have uh, here we are. No, in here. All right, now I want to talk it over about with you ladies. So, which of the following, let's say, recipes for breakfast do you like the most and why? Who wants to say I?
Me.
Who is me?
Okay,
It's not
teacher. And Sonia.
Sonia. Okay, Sonia.
Well, teacher, according to my favorite breakfast, I think that Brazil usually, well, they eat something similar to me, fruit. I eat
Great.
every day for breakfast fruit, and in Brazil they they consume a lot of fruit for breakfast.
All right. They usually have like a, it was like a plate pie or something like that. Left some fruit, some bread, and it looks like orange or something, right? Something
Yeah.
like that. They usually have for breakfast. Okay, that's good. And what about Patricia?
Well, of the shared breakfast, I like one from Australia.
All right.
It looks like mine, like my uh, oh, the thing that I really like it's oats or cereals with milk, also with some fruit. So I think that was the healthier breakfast for all of that.
All right. So, do you remember what is in the
Excuse
some
me.
milk? So, I mean,
No,
breakfast from Australia, it includes some cereal, some milk.
Cereals, milk, and fruit. I don't remember.
cornflakes.
But I think that it was the healthier. I know that the sausage from Germany and the other breakfast from United Kingdom was delicious. Looks delicious, but for me the healthier was and the breakfast that I really like was the most like it was from Australia.
Great. Good. And Laura, what about you?
Well, the same goes for me. I really like Australian breakfast. I think it's similar to mine. Also, I like it's similar to my kind of breakfast, the Italian one. I the hot cocoa and bread, but I think I will replace the hot cocoa for with agua panela in my case. But these countries have kind of similar style uh, with Colombia. I think I think it's a general in all the world. We usually eat like cereal and hot drinks and that kind of stuff.
That's great. That's wonderful. So let me ask you one more thing. So, have you ever been outside? Have you ever been abroad? And what can you tell us about the different dishes for breakfast?
Well, I never have been abroad, but I see on social media that people um, uh, talk about this kind of foods that are similar to what we have here.
Okay, got it. And what about Patricia? Have you ever been abroad?
Yes, I have been in Venezuela and United States, and I remember that when I was in Venezuela, they used to eat eggs and like black beans, bread, and I don't remember how can I say a cream, a soap cream, and chocolate and orange juice. I remember that kind of breakfast. And I
Right.
remember when I was in United States, but that was a long time ago. I used to eat some scrambled eggs and pancake. No, pumpkin. Yeah, pancake with honey. I remember that. Yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
that's good. All right, that's very traditional. a
Yeah.
pancake with some honey on top. That's right. Very good. So I don't
Thank
know what happened with Sonia. Now she's out, or maybe she got a problem or something like that. She's always committed to the class. So, okay, man, I hope she's gonna get back. So pretty good. So let's try to continue with our class right now. So now our practice it has to do with, let's see, we're going to keep in mind some ingredients because we're going to share our ideal breakfast. So before we start, I want to share with you ladies a video in order to remember some of the most common verbs when it comes to cooking so that we get familiar in order to share the recipe. Remember that a recipe is the list of items to prepare any kind of food. All right.
Yes.
So that's I really want to share with you. So this first of all, let's try to remember these cooking verbs, and after that, we're going to try. I want to give you some time to prepare in order to share with us. I mean, with the class, the recipe, and starting by step, mentioning, for example, the ingredients and the step-by-step process or procedure. First, you chop, then you boil, then you cut, etc., etc. But uh, let's start watching the video in order to remember some of the most common, let's see, cooking verbs. So let me just one more, copy and paste the video. So in order to check this out for you, in order to remember some cooking verbs. So here we go. Okay, add stands for adding something extra. You see the picture, right? Is it clear for you, ladies, what add is?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Teacher, again, me, I had a problem here. The energy had gone for a moment.
Okay, you got a little
Sorry.
blackout. Okay, that usually happens, so no problems. So let me fill you in. So I was telling Patricia and Laura about watching a video in which you are going to remember some of the most common cooking verbs. So to keep in mind, because the last practice is to describe a recipe from our region, especially for breakfast, or we can also change the subject to lunch or for dinner. It really doesn't matter if we especially start talking about breakfast, could be lunch or even dinner. So the idea is to remember those verbs. So here are right now watching the video in order to remember these cooking verbs. So the first one is add that appears there. So let's continue watching the rest of them. Bake. Bake is essentially when you put it into an oven, right? Is it clear the video, the picture?
Yes.
For baking. Good. Here we go. Boil, especially when you put something into water, like an egg in here, until it boils, all right? Until the water get heat. Broil is like quite similar to like a roast, all right? But it's, as you can see, it is over a grill. Over a grill that is around, for example, this piece of meat that is broiled, all right, with some heat, with the temperature. Dice is to cut this into little pieces, like in pieces of four or something like that. So that is the usually the verb we usually use for this part of cutting. Yeah. Toss is a pseudonym or mixing. Okay, ladies. So now we have a list of verbs over here. So let's try to remember them quite a bit. So which of the verbs you remember? The ones that you watch from video. Let's try to make a list.
Boil,
So we have boil. All
fry,
right.
Add.
We got add.
Bake,
fry,
We got fry.
Could.
mix,
Which one?
Could.
bake,
Cut. We got bake.
mix, mix,
Mix.
peel,
Which one? Peel.
Spring. Sprinkle.
Sprinkle.
slice, slice,
Which one?
grill,
slice,
How do you spell it?
SLICE,
Nice. Got it.
Dice.
dice,
Right. Very good. Dice. Very good. Another
Chop.
one. You got it. Chop.
toast,
melt.
Melt. It was there.
Oh, no.
We can include it. No problem. We can include it. No problem.
pour,
Forward.
maybe toast,
Which one?
toast,
How do you spell it?
TOST,
P-O-S what?
no, T with T.
E.
TOST,
This one. Oh, maybe I think you want to say this one.
roast.
Roast,
Well, I don't remember. So, roast.
Okay. Very good. So in general terms, we got this one. So these are the verbs that we usually have. So we're gonna be in a position in order to start sharing our recipe because. So what is the practice in here? So the practice is what it says in here. The teacher asks students to tell the virtual encounter a recipe they cook for breakfast. But it's not only for breakfast, could be, for example, for lunch, or could be also for dinner, or maybe could be a snack, maybe that you usually cook. It doesn't have to do especially breakfast. Could be lunch, could be dinner, could be for a snack. All right, they should mention the ingredients, all right, all the elements you're going to need for the preparation and how they prepare it. So the step by step. So you're going to say, for example, let's say, for example, I don't know, it just making just my mind. So my recipe is tamal. And you're going to need, for example, I don't know, some, for example, some onions. I don't know if you want to mention how many onions or potato, or you're gonna need, let's say, for example, dough. You're gonna need oil. You're gonna need chicken. You're gonna need beef, or you're gonna need, for example, pork or pork rind, etc., etc., etc. And then you're going to start narrating the procedure. For first, For example, add or chop or peel. Sorry, or you say peel, etc., etc., etc. So that is the practice we're going to have right now. So you can have some time to prepare, like 5 minutes or so. So the idea is to start sharing with the class, with the online class, your favorite recipe, okay? So all of you are going to make up your mind and tell to the class what's going to be your favorite recipe.
It will be simple. For example, can I make arepas?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm
okay.
not the best cooker,
Actually,
but
you
I
need few ingredients. Actually, you need few ingredients.
yes, yes. Okay.
But the idea is to mention some of them and also the verbs that we already
Yes,
practiced on top.
yes, yes.
So
Okay.
I'll give you 5 minutes to think about it. And when you're ready, we're going to start socializing, all right?
Okay.
I'm going to give you 5 minutes. But it's a speaking, right? It's not a writing practice. You can think about them and try to organize your ideas. But the final goal is to speak, is to share with the class your recipe, either for breakfast, for lunch, dinner, or a snack, etc. Okay?
Cheese. Four. Cheese.
Well, I have mine.
We're starting. Well, okay, take your time. I gave you 5 minutes, so let's try to complete them so that everyone is going to be ready. Everybody is going to be all ears and listen to your recipe, right?
I have a question
Yes?
uh, because I would like to talk about the arepas and chocolate and hot chocolate. But how is the name of the action that I use with the molino?
All right.
Um,
You
it's not
say,
mixed.
you say, or say the grind.
Grind, grind.
You're talking about this?
Uh, no, no. No, I use when I use the molino, how can I say that? Um, and I need to mix the hot water with the chocolate and milk. when I put all that together and then I need to mix that and to serve that. It's,
Like a combination, no?
yes.
I'm not sure. I think it's toss, but when you say molino, I don't know what are you what are you referring to when you say
Uh,
molino?
uh, Molino is the little tool that I use when you use chocolate. Is not that called that? ¿Cómo no se llama molino?
No, you say ground.
Ground.
Okay, okay. I see, for example, grind. Does he, for example, grounded? All right.
Okay, okay.
You say ground chocolate.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I got it. Or maybe you want to say powder, powdered chocolate. I don't know. Maybe this is what the word is. You say powdered chocolate because we also have another word which is cocoa, but maybe it's another. This is the correct form. Maybe when it comes grounded, you say cocoa.
Cocoa.
Okay, I think time is up. So whoever wants to start talking about uh,
Okay, teacher B.
recipe, we are all ears. So we want to start.
Mm, teacher, I want to explain about dinner. The name is boiled fish with yuca.
Okay, all fish with yuca. Is Sonia talking?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, tell us the ingredients. What kind
Uh,
of ingredients do you need?
well, I need fish. I need some vegetables, yuca, and arasa.
All right. And what is the procedure? How's the preparation?
First, first, I prepare a sauce, chopping tomatoes, onions, peppers, and garlic. Then I put on the pan and in a stove. Um, add the fish with a little of water
Good.
in order to boil. Everything I had to boil for 30 minutes, and I forgot I need to sprinkle a little of salt.
Good.
Well, then second I prepare yuca. I had to peel the yuca and slice for different pieces. Put on a frying pan. Well, again, I had to sprinkle a little salt. Finally, I prepared a delicious arasa juice with arasa fruit and water, milk, sugar, on a blender. Well, finally, I served my delicious dinner.
And that sounds delicious. How do you usually accompany with some wine, with I don't know, with
At night with
orange juice?
At night with a couple, yes. Wine, Caimaronas wine. It's typical from Amazonia region, Caimaronas with
All right.
wine.
Very good. Caimaronas with wine, with some wine, with a glass of wine. Okay. Sounds pretty romantic.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks so much, Sonia. Okay, who's next? Patricia or Laura?
I would like to say that. Well, I would like to talk about arepas and hot chocolate.
That
Um,
is
that will
Patricia,
be my
right?
breakfast. Yes, Patricia.
Okay.
As ingredients, I use flour, salt, butter, water, and cheese.
Good.
First, I will add the flour with the salt and butter and mix it until the stuff getting smooth. Then maybe I add some cheese. Um, I try to make a figure with my hands from a circle. Meanwhile, I heat in a frying pan and add oil to the mass. Then I heat the masa. How can I say the masa?
Dough. D-O-U-G-H. The dough.
The dough. I hit the dough and it turns to arepa. Then I can share that with hot chocolate, so I can add a piece of chocolate for me, just for me maybe, and in a pot with hot water, and then I boils all of that, and then finally I put some milk and mix it finally, and then I serve and I enjoy it, and that's it. And
Very
really
good.
simple, simple.
Very good. Delicious arepa. So this is the word we usually use for that one. We say dough. All right.
Dough.
All
Oh,
right. This is the word that we usually use for this when we have all the ingredients and we want to mix it together. When it comes to flour, we call it dough, right? And what about Laura? Tell us your recipe?
Well, I'm going to tell you about my everyday breakfast. What is like sometimes I drink, like I said before, a lot of agua panela. The way I cook it, I pour water into a kind of cup, or how is called that thing with you put your drinks. It's like
It's like a jar or something, a picture, picture
yes,
with
jar,
jar.
a jar, like a kind of jar, and I left it in until you um uh, uh how boiled, and of
Oil.
course uh of, of course with the vanilla in it, and just it. I don't add sugar because I don't drink my I don't drink sugar. I
All
prefer
right.
not to do it. And I make scrambled eggs. I put in the boil. I put them and boil them in a like a jar. How's it called? I forget the names of the stuff. The thing like a cup, kind of cup, and boil and like meats with salt and everything in it. And I sometimes have cereal with fruit peel, and at, of course, and some sandwich with I put in a the thing it's called put in the oven until it gets fried. Like I like it not fried but cooked with bread and cheese. That's how I take my breakfast.
All right. Very good. Sounds interesting. Okay, with agua panela. Do not forget with agua panela. All right. And then you pour some milk to the agua panela.
Yes, I like to drink it with milk, but without sugar.
All right. You sugarless. You say sugarless. Very good. So, and the second question is, I don't know, maybe just to conclude in here is like maybe Sonia remember because we talked about this in our in encounter last week, something like have you eaten? All right, have you eaten exchange food? Have you eaten exchange food? So when you see this, what is strange food? For example, like crocodile or snake or rabbit. What has been the most strange food you have ever eaten? Have you ever eaten something strange?
Yes, I think the most strange food that I had ever eaten was dog food.
Which one?
Uh, dog food.
What is that one? I don't get it.
The fuck the food that you give to your pets. Dog food.
Mm.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes, because I was curious how it tastes.
you.
Uh, so I decided to eat it, and it was awful. It's really salty, but
Oh,
apparently my dogs like it. So I was just a curious owner.
all right. You just wanted to know. Oh, well, let's see how this is tastes. So let me have a bite, and then you say, "Oh no, my God, this is not for me. This is only for dogs, not for humans."
Yes,
Definitely. All right, and you didn't like it at all. All right.
yeah, it was awful. It
Yeah,
was a really bad decision.
yeah. Well, it was also a creepy decision, kind of scary. Oh my God, I don't see myself doing that anyway. Even though I could love my pets, but not to try their food. Okay, no way. Good. So, what about Sonia or Patricia? Have you ever eaten strange food in your lives?
Yes, teacher, I. Well,
Who wants to answer? Patricia?
I will
Patricia.
wait. I will wait. Doesn't matter.
Okay, Patricia, come on, go ahead.
No, no, she's going to talk.
Okay, Sonia, no
Okay,
problem.
teacher. I have eaten babilla. I don't know how to say that in English. Babilla, no sé. I don't know.
All right, maybe it's a
Trial.
small crocodile or a
But,
small
but
alligator.
it's not the same. The crocodile or
Oh,
alligator. Maybe alligator.
Alligator.
they're
Yeah,
actually
alligator.
bigger, but babillas are usually smaller than those.
Yes, they are smaller than alligator. Well, I don't know. That kind of animal that you can see at the coast or next to the river. Once I was a little sick. I had an allergy, and my husband bought a piece of babilla and prepared as a delicious fish and gave me. I ate. Mm, later days, some days later, I knew that the delicious food that I had eaten was a piece of babilla.
It was a piece of babilla, but are you still eating babilla in these days or not?
No, no, no.
So you were like a guinea pig. Like a guinea pig is an expression in American English, meaning using a person as the victim. So in order to try to
Could you
do
write? Could you write
like an
that expression?
experiment, and they did it with you, especially your husband. Oh, okay, sweetie, try this out. It's a delicious fish. Oh my God! And then you realize it wasn't in fact a fish. It was a babilla. But even though you tasted it and you ate it, so
Teacher,
that
could
what
you
happened.
write the expression?
Yes. Okay. And is Patricia around? Patricia, are you there?
Yes, yes, yes. I was taking care of my baby. Yes. I can say that in my region,
Yeah.
it's really popular to eat goat or kuri. I don't know if do you know what is kuri?
Okay, it's
Kuri,
quite similar.
kuri.
All right. It's quite similar to, I don't know, to a big hamster or something like that. I don't know.
Cuy.
Yes,
In
kuri.
Pasto said cuy.
No, we say kuri,
Mm.
kuri.
Because cuy, I think, is down in Pasto, right? In the Pasto region, you say cuy, but maybe in where you live, you say curi.
Yes, I don't know why, but I don't know why.
Yeah,
And
it's what I say. It's like a hamster. I don't know if it's bigger or
yes,
medium
it's like a
size.
huge, a, a, a little bit
Hamster.
kind of hamster. Is the size like a dog, a little bit chubby.
Okay, chubby, right? Got it.
Chubby, yes, yes. But that is delicious. It's like it tastes like some meat. Es como el pollo, como el conejo. No, like rabbit.
Okay, got it. Tastes like
No,
rabbit.
tastes like rabbit. So is it good? Yes, yes, yes. Talking about that. Yes, that is weird, but it's the taste is good.
All right, very good. Amazing. Oh my God. I think the weirdest thing I have ever eaten is chicken or meat or even pork, but I don't know. I don't I have I have never eaten something strange in my life. Maybe horse, but I don't know. Maybe to the butchers where I go, I they have
I
sold.
know that the horse, the meat of the horse is really hard
Yeah, is it
and
maybe
it's
a
not
horse meat?
tasty. Yes,
But and some people say it's also reddish. Maybe the red color is more intense. That's one of the characteristics to identify that kind of meat. But I don't know. Maybe I have eaten, but I wasn't sure at the moment. I just ate it and okay, it was delicious, but I don't know. All right. Okay, my friend. So that's for now. Do you have any questions about today's practice, about today's encounter?
No, teacher, I like it, our
thank you
encounter
so
for
much.
today.
Very good. All right, this is in order to reinforce our speaking skills, especially on the weekend encounters. But let me tell you, I think the three of you were relatively closer because where is Laura is from Villavicencio? All right, you live there.
Laura,
Mm.
Where do you live? Where do you live?
Villavicencio, she said.
Eh, Villavicencio. And Sonia, you live there too? No?
I live in, remember,
In
Florence,
Meta?
Florencia,
Oh,
desde
Florencia.
Caquetá.
Florence.
You live in Florencia. And Patricia lives in Cucuta, you say,
In
right?
Cucuta.
Mm.
Yes.
Hey, man, I don't know. Maybe something you could have in common. Maybe the guapanela. I don't know. I'm just kidding. All right. I think rice is common everywhere. Okay, the three of you. I think that our encounter is over now. Hope to see you in another encounter. So for the next week, I'm trying to plan my classes, especially in the morning, due to this health problem around the world, the coronavirus, which is an international concern. So that's why this week I'm going to be working from home and probably start having classes, especially in the mornings. All right. So you ladies, if you can join, I will be great.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day and take care, everybody.
Okay, you
Thank you.
too. Bye
Bye.
bye. Take care.